it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
Well, here I am, the last day that I will be a young and sexy 52. I'm sorry, it's a little sarcasm. I don't even remember the last time I was sexy. When I clean up and I actually make an effort, I can look okay. But anyway, enough of that. I am going to see the second installment of Mockingjay. So Mockingjay Part 2. I'm going to see that with some friends tonight. And I'm actually really kind of not looking forward to it because I've read the books and a lot of people that I like in the story dies in this movie, so I'm going to be crying a lot. If the movie is true to the book, I'm going to be very sad, but I suspect it will be because all the movies have been pretty close to the books, which I have to give the producers or whatever credit for that. I decided yesterday I put another mirror up. It was actually one I had up before and took down, and I put it back up, and I have thought about it, and I have lost maybe 7 subscribers in the last couple days because I'm sorry, by myself I don't have, not everyone's gonna like what I put up. You know, it's just not everybody has the same taste. And before I started mirroring videos, I didn't have a hell of a lot of subscribers because, you know, how entertaining can I be? Just me talking. I don't have the technical whatever to put together these seamless works of art type videos that I see other people putting up. All I have is me jabbering at the camera and looking weird and being weird most of the time. That's me, that's it. That's not going to be enough for some people. So I thought about it and I decided I'm going to be, you know, if I get my channel taken down because I'm trying to spread what I think is a positive message, then so be it. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm going to try to be a little more selective in who I mirror and maybe not mirror quite as often as I did before. But I think of it as a way of getting, first of all, a really good video, more exposure, and then it might otherwise get. More people will see it if there's more than one copy, and like somebody pointed out, after a couple years they kind of drop off the radar and people don't see them anymore. And finding an old treasure and reposting it as a mirror gets it back into circulation. And honestly, I think with the upsurge of Islam in the world and Christianity becoming more desperate and more like a little freaked out animal in a trap, you know, their teeth are coming out, their claws are coming out, they're getting positively hostile. So between these two things, I feel like more than ever atheists need to not so much preach atheism, because it's not really a religion and it's not a belief system. It's just pointing out to the Christians and to Muslims, this is what you believe. Do you know by believing in this cult, you actually advocate this? You know, this is what you look like. Look in the mirror. Hold a mirror up to them and let them see what they look like. That's what happened to me. You know, now when I see Christians bullying other people, now I don't think I was ever a bully, but I did walk around with the attitude that you can't go to heaven unless you believe in this. This is the only real religion. This is the only right belief. You can't go to heaven. I never said to anybody, you're going to burn forever in hell. Yeah. Ooh, I can't wait to see you burn. I was never like that. Because I never even, at my most arrogant I never presumed that just because a book says something is true. I had this feeling like, well, you have a better chance if you're a Christian of going to a good place. That was more my feeling. And I really truly believed it until I looked in the mirror. And the mirror for me now is looking at other people who used to be like me. Or rather, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. Came out completely backwards. Well, you know, I'm going to be 53 tomorrow, so the senility is probably starting to creep in more and more. No, when I look at people who I used to be just exactly the same as, that's my mirror. I'm like, God, did I ever say that? Yeah, you did. Did I ever think that way? Was I ever so presumptuous to assume those things? Yes, you were. That's my mirror. And then I'm kind of like, oh, God. I just feel really mortified. I feel mortified that I was ever that way. And I feel like when atheists post what they do, it's not so much to put down. I mean, there's just so many reasons and so many ways that you can put down these religions, and you should, atheists, but holding up a mirror, letting them see what they look like, in my opinion, I more often than not, I think I find myself, rather than say, well, your book promotes this and your book promotes that, which I do actually do a lot of that with Islam, now that I'm learning more about the cult. But with Christianity, it's more like, I just throw it back in their faces now. You haven't proved that God exists. You haven't proved Jesus ever lived. There's not one claim in the Bible that I know of that's actually true. I mean, what exactly in the Bible is real history? Just to make people think, you know, and then, well, you know, you're kind of presuming this is all true. It's kind of arrogant for you to say that. Things like that I will say to them, rather than attack the lie that is their beliefs. I attack their attitude. You know, you're assuming, like, oh, some Christian gets on and starts posting, oh, you're going to burn in hell forever. That's a huge assumption, considering there's no proof at all that a God exists. And then again, if there is a God, there's no way to know it's your God, is there? Could be one of thousands of gods. And if it's not your God, and it's, say, Odin, then is there a hell? Is there a hell that God will send you to? You know, I mean, just throw it back in their faces. Hell, there's no evidence for a hell. What makes you think hell exists? And you're threatening people based on what a book says. Really? You're going to threaten people and bully people because a book says something? Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I put out. But other atheists put other cool stuff out, and I think it helps the message overall for people to see other people's spin on maybe the same message or a similar message or a different viewpoint or something that, because not everybody's going to think of all the clever arguments, all the valid points. Having other people mirroring other people's videos, in my opinion, is a really good tool. If somebody mirrors anything of mine, nobody has, but if anybody ever did, oh my God, I would be very flattered. I would be honored. I would be like, wow, that just makes me feel so, you know, and that's how I would feel. And so for me, I always thought when I mirror other people's videos, it was a compliment to them. It was like, this person is so awesome. They put together this amazing thing. I want to share it. I want to make it more visible to people. I want more people to see this. So yeah, I decided I'm not going to stop mirroring videos. I'm just going to try to be a little more selective about it. I don't know if I should go so far as to write the person first and ask them for permission, but that might be a good idea to start doing that before I mirror. Just because I don't want to lose my channel, but at the same time, you know, I don't know if everybody reads their messages. So anyway, but that's a thought that has popped into my mind, that maybe I should write and ask for permission to mirror. And, you know, just see how that goes. See if people are agreeable to that. Because I know if somebody wrote me and said, hey, I really loved that video you made the day before your birthday where you just rambled on and on about a whole bunch of fluffy stuff. Can I mirror it? I'd be like, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it. If you think that message about whatever, I don't think this video has a message. This is me just talking. This is a stream of conscience video. Me just talking and saying what I think about my channel, what I want to do with my channel. Something that I think would harm it would be to stop mirroring videos. I think that would harm it. Another thing too that I look at when it comes to mirroring is, as a creator of a channel, I can pick and choose what I want on my channel and what I want to, what I put out, the message I put out. I can kind of customize it by being selective of what I mirror. I mean, I could just mirror everything I like, or I could go, is this what I want representing my channel? So maybe people are subscribers on my channel, not so much because they think I'm wonderful, but because they like my selection of videos. Maybe they have similar tastes as mine. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to make a short video about what I'm thinking I'm going to do with my channel, and I'm going to see Hunger Games Part 4 tonight, and I'm kind of sad. I'm just kind of sad about it, just that it's going to be over, but it's a good series. It's a good series of movies. Very rarely do you find movies that come close to the books, but this one does, and I've been very impressed with it. But I'm going to be very sad, I think, this time. So anyway, that's it. Hope you've been, what? Hope you've been, where did that come from? Hope you've been watching through this whole thing, because you could have dropped off like 5 minutes ago, because I'm just rambling. So if you've been watching all this time, thank you very much. And that's it. Bye.
I am absolutely convinced that the main source of hatred in the world is religion. And I think it should be religion treated with ridicule and hatred and contempt.
Share the same way.